Hi, good people. I trust you well. These are just a short tutorial, a guide on how you can be able to do two things with regards to the staff appraisals. Number one, you can be able to edit your goal. Maybe let's say you set and you found that it's not smart. You may have the opportunity to edit it. Number two, also adding the what is in your JD. Okay, so adding what is in your JD. So it is a video that is just going to guide you on how to edit your goals, as well as be able to add another goal of completing the task in your major blocks, the major block tasks in your JD. So completing the major block task in your JD. So with that, without much ado, let's delve into it. Okay, so we'll navigate to human resource, and if you want to edit a goal, let's say you've done a goal and you want to edit, you'll come to add goal here, right? When you come to the add goal, you'll see your goals here. Okay, so you'll just use this capen icon here. Okay, so it has edit. So when you click that, this goal will be loaded here, just like you're doing it. But this time round, instead of it adding another goal, it will edit this goal that you have here. So this is how you'll edit the goal. So let's say if you wanted to have maybe this had some issues, so you had some goal and you're finding that maybe 50 may not be, maybe very too little in this cycle, so you want to add it to 60. You can add it to 60 and then you edit goal. When you say edit goal, it will redirect you to a place where you can now be able to see the goals that have been edited. Okay, so it will edit your goal like that. So remember, you have two places you can edit your goal. Number one is you navigate to the HR. Okay, you just navigate to the HR session, and when you navigate the HR session, you have add goal, or you can go to FCP appraisal highlights. So something on the FCP appraisal highlights is that you can be able to see the goals of all the other staffs in the FCP, but you cannot be able to edit them. Okay, just note that you can be able to see what are the goals of other staff. So PDs, you are encouraged to now support the other staff to ensure that their goal is smart. And for you to ensure that your goal is smart, it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be attainable, it must be realistic, and must be time bound. So let's look at this goal and just analyze if it meets the SMART criteria. So it should be specific. Is it specific? Yes, it is specific because it's targeting, it is specific to the caregivers. It's not like it's specific to caregiver. The goal is specific to caregivers. And then measurability. The measurability is, you can see the aspect 60 caregivers. So this one now is combining measurability and being specific. 60 caregivers. Okay, so and then attainable 60. How many do you have? And then you may want to see at your ability, how many can you do per week or maybe per month. So that is something that you now consider and see, is it attainable, and then is it realistic. If you say all, there is an aspect of realistic that is missing there. But when you say a certain number which you know you can work on to achieve, because the goal should be you are working towards stretching yourself to achieve it, and it is within realizable limits for you to achieve it. Okay, so and when you say now time bound, it's by the end of this cycle, so it's becoming more smart. It is smart because it is capturing all that. So make sure your goals can resonate well even in the professional development. Let's say, for example, by the end of cycle 2, complete 2 books on, like this is my example, complete 2 books of money books, complete the 2 School of Money books by Emmanuel Olomide, and make notes, then apply them in my life. So it is becoming specific. It is specific on the type of content I want to, I want to study, how many, right? And then we are also looking at, it is possible I can read that, and then by the end of, so it is now bringing the aspect of time boundness. So just make sure we go through your goals, and if they are not actually adding up well in terms of SMART, just click edit, just click the edit button. It will give you the option of editing this, and now you'll be able now to edit the goal, and you just type you can edit whatever you want there. You can even remove the whole of it and write it afresh. It will not add another goal, it will just replace that goal that you, or make the correction on the goal that you've stated. I hope that is clear, and if you have any maybe something you need me to clarify on that. Also, another aspect you also need to add in your goals that I've seen most of you haven't added is the aspect of ensuring that you complete all the tasks in your major blocks, all the tasks in the major blocks that are found in your JD. So to do this, you need to come to human resource. Okay, in the human resource, you need to add another goal. Remember, you had other goals, but you need to add a goal now that is now going to make you achieve or complete all the major tasks in your JD. All right, so here we say by the end, right? By the end. So everyone should have this now. By the end of, okay, by the end of what? By the end of cycle, okay, by end of cycle 2, to complete all the tasks, all the tasks in all the tasks, all the major. So let's say complete all the, or because we need it to be specific, measurable, and attainable. All maybe not be realistic, so we may want to have 90%. Okay, to complete 90% of major my 90% of my JD major tasks. Okay, 90% of my JD, okay, 90% to complete, or will have completed 90%. Okay, I will have completed 90% of my major JD, my major JD tasks. Okay, tasks. Hiyo ni goal yenye utaweka because it's this goal is now to measure your JD. Okay, so you will put the due date. Due date, remember, it is end of for this cycle, it is 30th June, and then it is active, and then now you select category. This is a business goal, and now it is supporting children and youth. Okay, it is supporting children and youth development. Okay, and then now you submit. Okay, so when you submit, you have now a goal here. By the end of cycle 2, I'll have completed 90% of my JD major tasks. Okay, now this one, you need to come here and add the activities. Now I want to show you where the major activities are. Okay, so here you'll come to add PPP goals. Okay, add. What you need to do, you just need to come here and select the goals. Remember, we said by the end of cycle 2, I'll have completed 90% of my JD tasks. Okay, so those are JD tasks. Okay, so that's a goal you need to add apart from what you had done, because that is in your partner plan, but this now is in your JD. Okay, by the end of that, I'll have completed that. Then you come here and now add now you select, this is cycle 2, and then now you select here 2024, and then now it's supporting youth development. Now activities, here is where you'll get the activities. You'll come and check on your JD. Remember, if you don't have this template, you can request me, I'll share with you, and I have attached in the email. So you have to first of all check through your the goals you've set and the activities that you have, the activities that you pull from Connect, and there are some that have not been captured here. Okay, the activities that have not been captured here but are in your JD, and that's why we said it is important that you create an objective. Okay, if you've not you've created a goal. If you've not created one, you create a goal, and in this goal that you're creating is the goal that you're going to state that by the end of cycle 2, you'll have completed 90% of your JD tasks. Okay, under that, now you come to your this template. Okay, this template, and what you are going to do is to pick for the activities that you've not captured, in your goal, in the goals that you've had imported from, in the goal that you had copied from Connect. Okay, that are actually assigned to you. So the activities that you had not actually copied here are the activities that you are going to add them under the goal of by the cycle 2, I'll have completed 90% of my JD task. So this one is just to enable you to do your JD and ensure that you've completed all the 90% of your major JD task. So let me show you how I'll be doing mine, and then now I hope you'll have gotten it clearly. So by the end of cycle 2, I'll have completed 90% of my JD major tasks. So what are the major tasks? These are the major blocks, these are the activities, and they are the tasks. Okay, so the activities that you need to do in your JD. So what do? You come here and you come here and you check, you copy, you come here and you copy an activity. For example, there is an activity of networking. If you have not captured it yet under any goal that you have, so ukiangalia tu hapa uone hakuna kitu ulikuwa umeweka yenye iko na networking, you'll have to come and now under this goal, I complete at least 90% of my JD, you'll put it here. All right, networking, for example, that one. That is for PD. Remember, you may be a social worker, maybe an health, any other position that you're holding. You have to go to the template that has those JDs. Okay, you have to go to the template that has those JDs and has those activities and see what are your activities that you're supposed to do, and you have not captured them already in your PDP or your appraisal. So now you'll come here and now paste networking, and then you'll say due date is on 30th. Okay, and then now you can say it's not done, but if you've done, you'll correct, but you can say partly done. But if you're not done, remember you can change the status when you are doing the appraisal. Okay, so then I'll come and also look for another activity that I have not captured in elsewhere, and it is key in my duties. Okay, for example, remember you'll have to capture all the major activities that will support you in executing your work. So I'll come here and look at another one that I've not captured. So for example, there is another one and remember, there are things that actually you only add when there is this needs arises. For example, participating in staff recruitment, those are things that you'll do occasionally. So if you're not doing that, please don't add them in your goal. Just add the critical ones. Okay, so add the most critical that will ensure that you succeed in the major blocks or you achieve the major blocks. For example, in finance here as a PD, you need to ensure that there is budget implementation. Okay, for example, voucher signing. Okay, voucher signing. So kuna voucher signing and verification. Okay, so voucher signing and verification. Okay, so voucher signing and verification within a month. Okay, so voucher signing and verification, and then now you'll say you'll do this by this time. This is the due date, but you'll have done all the voucher signing and verifications. But remember, it is monthly voucher signing. So the activity is monthly. You frame it that way: monthly voucher signing and verification as an activity. Then this one, if you've not done, it's not done. If it's partly done, it's partly done. So you come and look for another activity again. You add this and then you go back to your JD and look for another one. So you go to coordinate planning and budgeting. For example, this one is important also, and then you have to put it here. Okay, so you have to have these major ones. Okay, and then you put this activity here. Okay, you put this activity here, and then you will say if it's done, partly done, and that. So you'll do that, and then you just click submit. Okay, so when you click submit, it will refresh and send you back to this appraisal period. So in the appraisal is where you'll just be adding now if it's partly done, if it's done. So in each major, let me just clarify this. In each major block, pick the most important, not the easiest, the most important. In each partner block, most important 3 activities that you need to do that have not been covered in any other activity, elsewhere. So 2 or 3 from from the major blocks. Okay, for example, in administration, you pick 2 or 3 that are very important, but they have been left out. They have been left out in the in your objectives that you've imported from Connect. So let me know if you have any questions or you need any support, and I'll be willing to support you and ready to support you. Thank you, and God bless you.